that there. I'm going to go off and help her and supervise some things. So I will be back shortly. And dude, why aren't you lowering the side mowers? Really? Okay, I'm going to have to come back and do this bit later, but I'll be back in a while. There we go. Okay, well I can see from that the worker was completely hopeless. Oh well. Really. Big giant worker fail. Let me line up here. I must admit I didn't line this up very well, but even so. That. Set A, heading 0, bang, done, Control X, and drop the paddles. Come on, let's go. Do the thing. So that row's a little bit off. Oh, okay. I'm not too fussed about is straw harvest profitable or not. If I add it, I add it. Will I be making pellets initially? Probably not. The pellet making device is quite expensive. It will give me access to the chrome balers, which are kind of cool. Though we do have a couple of fent balers, which are quite nice as well. But yeah, it's a consideration. And obviously I am playing with Maize Plus. Lift. Thank you. So and probably the first time I've actually used a lot of Maize Plus at the start of a playthrough. Frequently it's sort of something we get into later, but we started this farm out as what is it, grass and maize forage. We got a forage harvester very early. That was our first piece of big equipment. So kind of a different startup here. Seriously, $162 for you to sit at the end of the field and look at the grass. So I am getting better at railroad. I think, yes, it was it. Last weekend, it takes me about 4 sessions to actually play one day. And last weekend it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon before I'd gotten both Andrews and Silver deliveries dropped at the yards where they needed to be handled, not even at the businesses. So it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Today, or the day I'm playing at the moment, I got the drops done by 8 a.m. and I have everything except Alaka itself. So the copper mines around Alaka and the businesses around Alaka. I got Alaka junctions done. Alaka itself and the Andrews deliveries that needed to get to Silver. I haven't delivered those to the industries there, but I have got absolutely everything else done. I've run 2 passenger trains. I start one at each end and they meet at Bryson and then keep going. I got, as I said, 2 passenger trains. They have done their thing. Come on. Did you not lift up? You didn't read the instructions. And I think part of that is I changed the way I do the meet at Bryson. What I've been doing in the past is the train that comes in from Silver, I'll detach the locomotive, turn it around and wait for the Andrews train to arrive, and then hitch the Silver train on the front of Andrews stock. And then I'll turn the Andrews train around, hitch it onto the front of the stuff that came from Silver, and do it that way. This time I'm running one locomotive to Silver, I'm running 2 locomotives from Bryson to Andrews. So this time what I did was I just detached the pilot from the Andrews train and attached it to the front of the train that came from Silver. Much quicker. I only have to turn one locomotive, and the others are on a straight through. And I think that helped with the way I was doing things. I'm finding pulpwood's a pain in the butt. I'm actually sending the Silver local. It's a big mogul that just does all of the industries around Silver. That's heading up to Whittier now, so it can pick up the 8 cars of pulpwood from Connolly. Did you lift? Yes, you lifted. Oops. Drive forwards. Drop and drop. Go. Drop. Drop. Yes. So as I said, doing this is a lot more thorough than the worker on course play. I generally do this one on course play. I don't actually know how much grass we'll get from this. I haven't been paying enough attention, and the last time we did this we mowed every single field that has maize in it except maybe one, and this field, so that's not working out. Yeah, obviously that's a lot of grass, but not I wasn't tracking by field. This part of the year, actually, this is probably the only cut. I'm only cutting this one field of grass. The maize fields will be... is the maize ready to forage? Oh, I didn't check. The maize might be ready to forage as well, so I might need to get the forage harvester out and cut the maize. And if we do that, I want to turn those fields over to grass as quickly as I can. Oh, didn't look. Okay, well, I'm gonna examine the planting calendar, I guess, on the next run down this field, so I can figure out what's going on. Come on, lift. Thank you. While I appreciate the synchronization of the cutter heads here, I would really like it if you could override it and just say, I want all the heads down right now, this minute. Okay, you're going. I need to check the crop calendar. Nope, that one. Corn. Okay, September is when we need to harvest or forage the corn. It's not ready this month. At least I don't think it's ready. I will do a check. We'll nip out to a cornfield and take a look at the state of the corn. I think it has to go into September. And then if we cut it in September and then turn over the field immediately, we should be able to get this field will be a full field and the maize fields will be a reduced grass yield. And that's okay. I don't mind a slightly reduced grass yield on what is currently holding maize. Maize is a very abundant crop. So we will get a lot of maize silage from the fields that we have as maize silage. Now that we're, as we add fields to our farm, and initially it was sort of a grass field and a maize field, so the maize forage was significantly more than the grass forage that we would get at that cut period point. When we added the second maize field, we are getting significantly more than we get in grass. And now I think we've got 4 fields running maize. So that's going to be potentially filling up one of our silos completely. The other thing I am considering around the yard is I would like to take those 2 bunkers from where they are and run them facing north-south behind that shed so that they stick out onto where the yard currently is, but they're sealed at the back, so then they won't be a drive-through. And that'll cost me, the silos themselves or the clamps themselves are 70,000. We'll get 70,000 from selling both of them. I'll need another 70,000 so that I still have 2, but it will also give me room to have a third one if I need to. And as our maize silage production increases, I'm not sure I can get all of the maize that we have into the clamp that we have, and we've only got one available because the other one's going to be filled with grass. Although that said, I'm cutting this field today. We won't be cutting the maize, I think, until September, so I could cut some of the fields on September 1, sell the grass silage that I'm making today, and then if there's any extra maize fields I will cut those on September 2. We'll still have everything inside of September, so I'll be able to cut grass in or plant grass in all those fields as a cover, and we should get a cut in November before the winter. But at that point I can sell what maize silage I have, not for the best price, but it will free up at least one clamp in preparation for more silage of the grass variety. But then I may not plant as many maize fields next year. Because we now have a harvester, I will be able to plant more arable crops, so I might plant a winter barley and a spring barley. Anyway, this should be our last row of grass. We can put this away. This will need 78%. Probably needs to be serviced. Yeah, I think it would be prudent to service this, because next time we cut grass, we will be cutting grass in all of our fields except the one that hasn't been planted with anything yet. Okay, lift that up, turn it off. Is it going to fold up successfully and not wobble around? I still haven't figured out what's causing that. I will try and give it as much opportunity for the clamps to lock the blades in, or the decks in place, so it doesn't wobble. It looks like we managed it. That's good. We'll just drive erratically across the field for a minute. And get this put away. As I said, I will do a maintenance on it. Just so it's completely ready to do a lot of work next time out. It's all nice and clean. And stop and park it, and we'll run over to the toolbox and get that fixed up. Chrome Big M450 1800 repair. Go. Okay, you're done. Now I am going to use this thing because, hold on, dude, not cool. I'm going to use this thing, thank you, because it's big and meaty and can hold a lot of weight, which is what we're about to do now. Not sure if I want to put weights on the back of this. It might help balance it out a little bit better. So yeah, the plan is to relocate the clamps. I will probably leave a path down the side here and then put the clamp sort of one here and then a second, and then there's room for a third. Might put some more sheds over on that side of this field, but this field will eventually be going away. I didn't cut it. Oh well. And I want to be in this tractor. And I want the engine on. And we have 3.5 litres of silage additive. Might need to add some more. Where did I leave it? I don't know. Anyway, let's get this job started. We'll worry about the silage additive when we need it. It's probably in the big shed. Wow, that was rather dynamic. I'm probably stuck on that hedge completely. I'm not stuck on that hedge. Wow, that was just rather dynamic. Okay then. Okay, it's now turned on and we are getting the grass. Okay.